And what's your name? Lena. Very nice. Okay, so today we're talking about two opposite qualities. We're speaking about arrogance and we're speaking about humility. Now, when the Orchot Tzadikim, which is a book that speaks all about qualities, good qualities, bad qualities, starts with all this session of qualities, the first thing that it talks about is arrogance. How arrogance is bad. How arrogance is the beginning of all the bad qualities that could be. So I spoke many times in the past about this topic, about how people feel too proud about themselves, how they boast around, how they're... And I wanted to do something different. Not to repeat the same examples and the same thing. And B'ezrat Hashem, we're going to have something interesting today. So let's start with a joke like we usually start. There was this guy that was trying to find his shidduch, okay? And he's dating girls, and after the first date, he dumps them. No, it's not for me. No, it's not for me. No, it's not for me. So the rabbi calls him and tells him, how can you on the first date already decide who is for you, who is not for you? You have to think a bit, you have to consult, you have to ask. He says, Rabbi, no one is too good for me. The rabbi said, I think you have to work very much on your qualities, you know. What does it mean to be humble? What does it mean to feel too proud about yourself? Work on it first, and then, you know, you'll tell me if this girl is not for you. So a few months he works on it, he learns all he knows about humility, how to be humble, how to... And after a few months he starts dating again. And again the rabbi sees that after the first date, he doesn't want the girls. He meets him again. And what's up now? He says, after I became so humble, okay? You think these girls are for me? So, let's the Torah, when we speak about being arrogant, okay? It says that a person can come to a point, okay, that he forgets who is Hashem, that he is creator. It says in Sefer Dvarim, "Veram levavcha v'shachachta et Hashem." Like Hashem made so much to you, took you out of Egypt, gave you this, gave you whatever we have. It's from Hashem, and people, because they feel, you know, once they get used to it, they feel too good about themselves. I think it's because of them. They are talented. They have all these good qualities in the world. And it's because of them and not because Hashem gave them these special talents. There were two wanderers. They were going from place to place looking for happiness. Who doesn't want happiness in this world? One of them was old, the other was young. And they were going together, they became friends, you know, wandering from town to town, from place to place. And they both heard that there was this rumor. They heard it from other people, you know, businessmen that sell stuff from here to there. They heard that in a far, far away land, they could find happiness over there. So they start going, they going for a long time until they reach there. And as they come to town, they saw two wells of water, okay? They crawl to the first one. As they reach the first well, they hear a voice come from underneath. The well says, I am the well, I'm the source of knowledge and wisdom. But once you're going to drink from me, first of all, it's going to be hard to get this water. You really have to try very much to get to the depth of the well and to draw water from there. But once you're going to get to drink from my water, whatever you're going to do, you're going to have success in your life. And success usually is, once you succeed, you have, hopefully you reach happiness. So, through knowledge, okay, through wisdom. Fine. The old man was very happy. The younger man, though, felt startled. He startled back. He didn't feel so good about this. Until I reached there, until I came here, now I have to put so much effort and to draw water from underneath this well. What is this? So he goes to the other well. He doesn't want to try. He doesn't want to make the effort. As he gets to the other well offers wine. Even better, not water, wine. And this well is called, is the well of strength. Gives so much power to the people who drink from this wine. You can drink this wine, says the well. Just be careful, don't drink too much of wine. If you drink too much of this wine, when people drink too much of it, they can become full and they can lose their integrity. That's what it says. Why not? He takes, he drinks, he enjoys, and he fills up with so much energy. He feels that he becomes so strong that he can conquer the whole world. This is how he feels. So, as he feels that, he doesn't really want to share his success with the old wanderer, with his other friend. So he doesn't even tell him, and because he has so much strength now, he feels young, he feels powerful, he thinks he can conquer everything. He goes by himself, he doesn't wait to his old friend, he goes by himself and tries to get success through power. So he gets to this town and starts to use his power. Because he has this extraordinary strength, okay? He conquers, he does, he gets whatever he wants, whatever he has whatever he has in his heart, in his mind, whatever, he tries to get it, he gets it. Doesn't matter if through, by the way, he ruins people, humiliates, he does things by force, he doesn't ask people, he does it in a strong way, and people getting afraid of him. Some are trying to challenge him, some are trying to compete him, but he's very strong because he drank from this special, powerful wine, and he became very, very, very strong. So quickly he became the ruler of that area, and forgot about his friend, forgot about other things. He just concentrating in how much he can get, more assets, more possessions, more food, more clothing now to look nice, more whatever he can, okay, to look successful. The old man, as he comes to town, it bothered him that he, the younger one, in order to get the success, he has to do it in such a not nice way, to do it through humiliating people, step on people. Sometimes through stepping you become bigger. And he doesn't really like it. He tries to talk to him, but you cannot talk to him because you know who I am now. And this is what happens when people, when this success gets too much into their head. They don't care about friends, about other people. They abuse people who don't have luck in their life like he does. They abuse all the helpless people that really cannot continue so much, really cannot do so much, people that are weak, people that are not strong, people that are not healthy, people that don't have this money or the abilities or the qualities that he has. And he really, really doesn't appreciate them. This is what it says in the Torah. Vaishman Yeshurun Vayiv'at. Bnei Israel, Vaishman became fat. Yeshurun is Bnei Israel, Vayiv'at. They kicked off. They didn't care about Hashem anymore. Who gave them the strength? Who gave them the power? Hashem. And they forgot about him and started to worship idols and other things, right? So, and as everything in life, also this wine that he drank had an expiration date, I guess. And slowly he sees that he loses power. When somebody loses power and he doesn't have friends anymore, because friends are your friends just because you have money, just because you're successful. When you're not successful anymore, they don't want to be your friends. And so he doesn't have money anymore because he lost it, and he doesn't have all whatever he had before. But this is the punishment of arrogant people. So we mentioned that the arrogant people, through this story, you could see that they do certain things. Number one, they boast around on things that they didn't do. Okay? First of all, me as a human being, who gave me, who gives us wealth, who gives us health, who decide what color of skin I'm going to have, what color of hair I'm going to, what is there for people to feel proud about? Is it me? I gave it to myself, all these things, or Hashem? Okay, grant us, gave us this present, give us this gift of health and family and children and qualities. Okay? Well, I decided to be smart, or it's Hashem that gives me? Okay? Who decides that he all of a sudden can go to a college and get degrees and learn if not Hashem gives him the ability to learn and to do these things?
It doesn't just come by itself. You put the effort.
Right, you put the effort. But sometimes when you don't have the brains, as much as effort you're going to put, it's so hard, right? So Hashem gives you the ability to learn. Hashem sometimes makes the environment, okay, preparing the environment for you to learn. If your parents won't be able to pay your tuition, if your parents will not let you go and get this education, you won't be able to get this education, right? So it's a gift. All these things are gifts, and we don't realize. We take these things as granted, and we think this is the way it's supposed to be done. So when people are arrogant, it makes them run after money because they have to. They have to show off, at least that they're important, that they're smart, that they. So she needs to have a mink coat to show that she's important. The other one needs to have a smartphone to show that she's important. This one needs, I don't know, everybody will whether you need a computer or a new car or anything else to show that, otherwise what people are going to think of you. Arrogance brings also to people to desire things. So yes, you used to live in this kind of apartment, but now it's not enough to you. Now you need a big house. Now you need a big backyard. Now you need a nice grill out there. Yeah, you have to show that you are like you did something in your life, that you are successful. You need expensive clothing. You need brand name clothing. If you don't have brand name, what people are going to think of you? Designers clothing, designers glasses or whatever. And sometimes when people don't have the assets to buy, to purchase all these things, so they would rob, or they would steal, or they would not be honest. Like this guy, he lost his integrity because he was running so much for the fame, so much for the money, to rule other people. And many times we know that the expenses are not like your income, and it's very, very hard, but people would do everything they can to get another thing. They will take loans, they'll kill themselves, she'll pressure her husband, she'll pressure her mother, or whatever, just to get that piece of jewelry that she needs, or whatever else. Gava makes people, they cannot be patient with other people. They need to get something now, here and now. They're selfish, they're greedy, like that guy became selfish, greedy, doesn't think about the environment, doesn't think about the other people. It's only him that needs to get all the compliments. He cannot bear the fact that other people sometimes are smarter, more talented, more successful. He needs to get all compliments. If you don't give him compliments constantly, he feels like he's nothing. Very hard for me. They need to get attention. They cannot without this attention. Therefore, they have to stick out always, to look more than others, and they get jealous. They criticize other people. Why she has this kind of nose, or why people do all kind of crazy things today to look different, to look nice, to look, because all this pressure, all this competition that you see among friends, among people. People watch TV, people see other shows, and in these shows there's all kind of competitions there, and beauty contest, and whatever. And so this competition, even sometimes for mitzvah, people compete. Who donates more in shul, and the more you donate, you want it to be announced in shul. If it's not announced in shul, you don't. Why do you need to donate for? So, and in order for people to notice your beautiful voice, so they have to sing louder and louder to make the prayer longer, to make it whatever, just to get the attention, and it's everywhere. So people sometimes, whenever they are too arrogant, they don't respect elders, they don't respect their own parents, because they believe that they know better, they are much up to date, they're much more modern, they know more.
There is reality. Kids nowadays seem to know a lot more.
Yeah, right, but they cannot compete with their parents' experience, because experience in life sometimes is more important than all these gadgets. These gadgets, Baruch Hashem, yeah, it makes you very smart and everything, but many times you need experience, how to handle people, how to handle all kinds of situations. And parents can guide the kids, and parents, whatever you respect your parents. We know also that hopefully our children will see that, and will be raised in a normal family. Normal family means a family, the parents respect each other, parents respect elders, and this is how they become normal. Not so much like you see sometimes in these small little videos that they show, respect other people so people will respect you. Not only for getting back the respect, but just to be raised normally. The kids will be raised normally. Arrogant people, they sometimes endanger their life for, again, all kind of very competitive games, showy games, sometimes racing cars. Let's say people go, you have to show how they drive the fastest. Why do you need this for? People will say that I'm the fastest. I will go to this, how do you call this, book of records, the Guinness World Records, and people will say this about me, and I'll get this prize, and I'll get that prize, and I will be. So sometimes in order to be always high on, because you have so much high expectations, people take all kind of stimulant drugs to be able to provide, to be able to, I don't know, whether it's singers, whether it's all kind of players or sport players, do all kind of things, endangering their own body just to get this fame, just to be famous, just to be somebody special. They hurt other people. They don't care. Even as I said, for L'Shem Shamayim, people hurt people. In the shul, won't they hurt sometimes the chazan? Why did you sing this way? Why didn't you sing that way? Or the shamash, the guy that works there, the janitor, or other people, cleaning lady. People that boast around, they are not caring about people in their household. I'm not talking about only family. I'm talking about people that working under you. Also, to them you have to be respectful. And they get angry very fast. The waiter didn't come first to you. He served somebody else for you. That's the end of the world. How come? And you offer him, come to me first. I'll give you a nice tip or anything. Just take care of me first, and then other people. Okay? So you see that every aspect, or every place in your life, it plays a very big role. This kind of a quality can destroy everything sometimes, relationship and your own personality. In the road, if you are angry in the road because he cut you off, or where's this anger coming from if not from arrogance? How could he do such a thing to me? And you try to retaliate, and sometimes it's very dangerous, on the road when people play games like that. People, okay, what else it says here? People lower other people so that they will look big, okay? And they call mitkabed biklon chavero in Hebrew. It's not allowed by the Torah. And for this, they will do anything to lower other people. Either they'll talk lashon hara on them, or they will say all kind of lies, or they will flatter, okay, and stuff like that. People are insist, and they are very stubborn sometimes. They want to, people do their way. And the strongest thing about arrogant people is that they're so proud of themselves that, so where is God? They don't believe anymore that God is running the world. And if something doesn't go according to their plan, how could God do something like that to me, to a righteous person like me? They have questions in Emunah. They have problems with this. The Torah doesn't let only two successful people to boast around, like it says, pen tochal vesabata rubatim tovim tivne ve'yashav. You're going to get everything, whatever you have, ve'ram levacha ve'shachachta et Hashem Elokecha. And then you're going to feel too good and you're going to forget Hashem, okay? But also, very high official people, they are not allowed to get proud of themselves too. Like it says, there's a special order for the king, You cannot make too much horses. You cannot do again, the whole idea is so he won't feel too much superior, he won't feel too good about himself and forget Hashem. He feels too powerful. Rav Guzman, he is a famous lecturer in Israel, and he told once about an incident that happened in his house. He had once a painter that came to paint his house. And at a certain point, this painter, he opened the window so that some fresh air will come into the house to take off some of the odor or some of the smell of the paint. And then he sees outside a guy stands over there. He looks at him for some time, and he asks the rabbi to come and look at from the window also, see if he recognizes this man. The rabbi said, "No, I don't know him." He says, "I don't know the man, but I know this type of people, like this man. So, what is this?" He says, "Look at him. How does he look to you?" He says, "He looks a very tall guy. I mean, very erect kind of a guy. He holds his head very high, okay? His clothing, first of all, his hair. A lot of hair, a lot of curls, shiny, wet, made, gelled, right? Made, well groomed, okay? So takes care of his hair. On his neck, he has this kind of necklaces with very rough, round. He has this round pendant, big, huge piece over here. All his hands is full of chains and tattoos and this type of people. His shoes are pointy shoes, very tall, high, whatever. His kind of clothing and whatever. He tells him, I used to work, the painter I used to work as a guard in a nightclub for many, many years. And my job was to chase away this kind of people that comes, these kind of characters that come into the nightclub. And if they got in, I had to go inside and take them out. These type of people, he starts his psychology analysis now. These kind of people, they're very, very sad people, they probably were not raised in a very supportive family. didn't get love as they were young, and to cover the lack of love and the lack of support that they didn't get from the family, they show themselves from the outside like they are very, very rough people, but in a way also show that they need a lot of attention, because all these tattoos, all these chains that they have, all this, the hairstyle and the whatever, the whole appearance shouts like, look at me, I'm here, pay attention to me, I'm here. And these people, he says, usually they're very, very empty people. They have nothing to sell. And it's so sad that that all this pride, it looks like that they're proud people, covers for distress. They have nothing inside there. And these people, says that the rabbi realized later that these people, they're not really arrogant people. They're sick people.
They're what?
They're sick.
Yeah.
And they're sad, they look for help, and they need for attention. They need people to get interested in them. And our obligation for this type of people is not to rebuke them and to talk against, or to tell them how you look like, you look at yourself and stuff. Our obligation is to extend our hand to them and to help them. If you give them the attention in a positive way, not in a negative way, if you try to get interested, they will open their heart, they will come close. They just need somebody to talk to them and to make them feel that there's somebody.
How does it relate to like us? We don't know these kind of people. Like, who should we pick up?
Sometimes you have kids, teenage children, they want attention, they need badly attention, and they do all kind of weird things sometimes, and you have to be smart. What does he try to tell me by doing this weird act, or by provoking on me? What exactly he wants?
How do you figure out what he wants?
So many times it's sitting, it's talking, it's paying attention, it's supporting, I'm there, it's showing love as much as possible. And you will see that once he gets the support and the love at home, he won't need to get the support and love in other places. So I told you, this thing is just a cover for sometimes we have these people within us. Your daughter, she screams, she says something, and she's not a teenager yet, and she's not, but it's a cover for something else. She wants something else from you. And you have to open your heart and your eyes to see what exactly she wants. Sometimes your mother tells you something, she covers it up with something else. Please come and do, I don't know, gosh gija for me, or something. And you say to yourself, what exactly she wants? She just wants attention. She's not so weak and she's not so tired like she says. She just wants you to call her and to be there, you know? So once, now look at this. How exactly are we really open to changes or not? This man he was wearing ragged things, you know, like a beggar. He was a beggar, and his hair, he wasn't groomed. He grew wild. He didn't see that he didn't take care of his hair for a long time already. His clothing, his smell, the smell that came out of him, his whatever. He comes to this office to collect a ticket, a lottery ticket, and the guy tells him, "You want the $1 million ticket? You became a millionaire." And the guy is, "Really? What does it mean?" "It means you won't have to wear this clothing anymore. You won't have to wander outside in the streets in the cold weather, in the hot weather. You're going to have your own house. You're going to have your own car, a brand new car. You're going to have, I don't know, you're going to go to the shower and take care of yourself. You're going to..." And the guy says, no, I don't want that. I can give you back the ticket. I'm used to this type of life. I'm okay with this. I got used to it. I'm telling you, I really like it. For 25 years, I'm a beggar, and I like this profession. You know how I make people think about me? I make them give me money, even though it's $1, even though it's 1 penny, but they get out of their way and they give me something. And you don't know. I became the best friend of the flies. The flies need me. It doesn't bother me that they're on top of me, that they're sucking me or whatever. I got used to it. I became their friends and they need me. I'm telling you, I cannot leave. I cannot be clean and live. And the place that I got, this niche underneath, he found this old building in the stairwell under the stairs. He found a place where he can say, and I had to fight with the neighbors. They didn't like the fact that I was there, and I had to fight with the police. And the inspector from the municipal office came to chase me away, and I was fighting with them, and I won. Now after I won, and I'm there, and my stuff is there, and my flies, and my this, well, you wanted to chase me away? So the guy tells him, hello, he tries to shake him, you are a millionaire, forget about your flies, forget about this, forget about your stuff. He pushes him into this shower. He tells him, take a shower, I don't want to see you before you take a shower, and then I'll bring you new clothing, and then we'll go to the office and we'll take care of you. It sounds funny, but many times we act the same. So,
We don't like changes. We don't like changes.
Mhm.
Yeah? We don't like changes.
So, a man goes to sleep at night, and he wants to get up in the morning, and our evil inclination doesn't let up get up in the morning on time, and he wants to sleep just another 5 minutes, just another 2 minutes. The next minute you wake up and it's too late, and you get despaired, and you say to yourself, I'm always like that, it's not for me, I cannot never make it on time, and I'm not useful to anything, and I'm always late, and you go to then the whole day continues this way. You go to shul or you pray something, and you don't even pay attention to what you pray because you're exhausted, because you're tired, because you're thinking how despair you are about this life, and how life is not fair, and how you're not able to, and how, and then whatever you do goes on the wrong side. Sometimes it's a different kind of story. People are sleeping not overnight, for years sometimes, meaning they got used to comfortable life and forget to wake up. I'm talking about spiritually. And one day he decides to awaken, to get awake, and he wants to make a change in his life, but now he's not that young anymore. And it's so hard, and I'm not used to the mitzvot, and what do you want from me? How can I cover my hair after a while, after so many years that I'm not used to, and to make this change? Forget about me. Maybe if I would be younger, I could do something, but now that I'm older, and it's so hard to make this change. And people say, and you want to study something, and you say, what do you have to do with learning, or with, I don't know, davening all of a sudden, or to anything? People feel this despair that it's not for me, I'm not good for it, and so on.
Well, sometimes you hear the opposite. Get a little bit older and then start covering your hair. Now you're young, enjoy it.
And if it's so hard for you now, imagine yourself how hard it's going to get to you to be later when you're older, when you're already used to a certain mode, to a certain type, to certain things, and it's so hard to change them. So are we going to stay beggars just because we got used to the flies and to that place and in the stairwell and no, we want to make a difference, right? And so the same way, it's not going to be easy for that beggar to change his lifestyle. It's not going to be easy for us too. But hey, it's much better to be a millionaire than a beggar, right? When you conquer a quality, you feel so good about yourself. You feel so good. When somebody is, let's say, too greedy, when somebody is a liar, when somebody, all the qualities that we mentioned in the past, tries to work on himself, he feels so good. Here, I'm able to. I can do it. And it's true that on all these sins that we have done in the past, we have to make tshuva, we have to repent. It's true. But they don't belong to the present. In the present, this is where you have to wake up. This is where you have to shake off all these bad habits that you have and start fresh and start from the beginning. Never say it's too late, because it's not true. Habaron Angel Rothschild was a very, very rich man. He had his own carriage. He would take him, like his car today. It would take him from place to place. And once it was a Friday afternoon that his carriage got stuck. One of his wheels broke over there, and he wasn't able to fix it before Shabbat. So he sends his secretary, his helper, to go and rent a room in the nearest inn. And he goes and he rents for him, and he had to stay there for Shabbat. What could he do? Jewish place, Baruch Hashem. He gets prepared for Shabbat, and then he goes to shul. He comes to the synagogue, he takes his siddur, and he starts to pray. He waits for people to gather up. Slowly people gather up, and he waits for people to start praying. It's already almost sunset, and they're not waiting. The rabbi is there, the chazan is there, people are there waiting. What are we waiting for? He asked the gabbai, what are we? Oh, the gvir, the richest man in town, is not here yet, so we wait for him. Never such a thing. So, waits, Baruch Hashem, he comes. They all get up, they all come, they shake his hands, hello, they sit down. So this gabbai comes to him, can we start praying? He's asking his permission. He looks outside, it's almost dark. Yes, we can start praying. So Baruch Hashem, they start praying. The end of the tefillah, people usually say hello to the rabbi, say Shabbat Shalom, and instead of coming to the rabbi and say Shalom, they go to this rich person to give him a hand, and he even doesn't give hand to the people, just nods his hand and they say goodbye. And he felt so bad. This Angel Rothschild, he was such